watching Traders Morning Setups with Dex the Algo Capitalist. Dex created his pulse wave price trigger reports over 2 decades ago, and he's been using them to ride the pulse waves as a full-time trader ever since. Find out more about Dex's reports and sign up for our next webinar to learn how to use them at pulsewavetrading.com.
Good morning. Welcome to our morning setups show with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka The Vulcan, coming to you live from pulsewavetrading.com, home of the world famous Pulse Wave Price Trigger reports. Let's get into these overnight markets, shall we? So the US dollar index is powering up again, back above the 103 handle. It's up 13 pips at 103.36. Euro is down 28 pips at 108.84. Pound sterling down 6 pips at 127.23. And the Aussie is up 20 pips at 66.10. The Bitcoin futures are up $420 this morning, traded at 40,120. And we have the Ethereum futures now trading up 11.5 points at 22.13. And we have crude oil futures up $1.35 per barrel, trading at $76.44 a barrel, a new weekly high. And we have nat gas up 10 cents at $2.74. Gold futures up $7.20 per ounce, trading at $2,023.20 an ounce. Silver up 7 cents an ounce, trading at $22.96 per ounce. And then we have copper. Copper is pretty much flat at $3.88. We have Dow futures up 95 points at 38,074. We have E-mini S&P 500 futures up 18 at 49.16 even. E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures up 72.5 points at 17,694 even. Russell My Hustle up 28.9 points, trading at 2,000.7. We have, soybeans getting crushed. Down 10 cents this morning, trading at $12.29 a bushel after rallying up to $12.47 per bushel in the overnight market. Corn futures down 2 cents, almost down 3 cents, trading at $4.49 a bushel. And we got wheat almost down 3 cents as well, trading at $6.08 per bushel. Just interesting price action this morning. So much going on. ECB President Lagarde is speaking at this moment. They left rates unchanged. We had a few government reports that came out this morning as well. Let me just pull that up for you here real quick. All right, so hold on. I need to refresh. Okay, here we go. So where are we? You were at the 25th. So, okay, here we go. So we had the initial jobless claims that came out. All right. And let's see, what was that? The forecast was 200,000 and the previous was 187. Durable goods orders came in, advanced U.S. trade balance, advanced retail sales, and now new home sales come out at 10 o'clock. And then tomorrow we have the personal income, personal spending, PCE index, core PCE index, PCE year over year, core PCE year over year, and then at 10 pending home sales. So pretty packed, or should I say stacked week when it comes to government reports. All right, so here's what's on deck today. Your grandparents could help spur a market downturn this year. So it looks like they're trying to prepare you for the market to turn down. Tesla missed its earnings and revenue targets. Jon Stewart is returning to host The Daily Show, sort of. And my man John says here in the live chat, House voted to send Russian-sized seized assets to Ukraine. Still needs Senate and Biden. It goes, what will that do for the dollar? That's a good question. I don't think that's going to have too much to do with the dollar, though. I think the big thing right now, this keeping the dollar where it is not just the geopolitical risks, but I think it's the more technical driven, as I discussed in last night's chart segment. We talked about the current trends that these markets are in, and it looks like right now the momentum is still on the dollar side, all right, and negative momentum is still on the pound and the euro. So that has to be taken into consideration as well. But thanks for the heads up on that news there. All right, so Big Tech's fake work problem. Big Tech's elder statesman briefly joined an ultra exclusive club on Wednesday. Microsoft became the second company ever to reach a $3 trillion market cap. All right. Microsoft finished the day below the threshold, but not before sharing time in $3 trillion land with one of its biggest rivals, Apple. The fellow tech giant initially hit the mark on an intraday basis more than 2 years ago, but secured its spot there over the last few months. Microsoft's latest achievement comes after a string of big wins, from a massively successful partnership with OpenAI to winning a $1 billion in business from rival Amazon. It is an impressive run for a company often viewed as the least sexy in big tech, which raises the question, is Microsoft cool again? Well, I don't know. But I have to say, as much hype as there is in the AI space, Microsoft seems to be delivering on much of it, believe it or not, even though you don't hear their name mentioned and tossed around when it comes to AI a lot. Microsoft's history of being considered boring is actually helping it pitch companies on innovative tech, believe it or not. Decades of experience selling tech means Microsoft has deep relationships and trusts with its clients. So when it comes to diving into innovative tech such as AI, it makes sense companies would be most comfortable working with Microsoft. That's why Microsoft is a valuable partner for new AI companies. Scary new tech doesn't seem that daunting when it's got Microsoft's stamp of approval. Still, Microsoft is facing plenty of competition in the AI space. Amazon maintains a considerable lead in the public cloud, and Google, despite all its current headaches, remains a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, and Microsoft's early victories, while nice, are also far from resounding. The company's earnings report next Tuesday will offer a closer look at the successes and failures of its AI endeavors. It it also need to tread carefully in its push into AI. As much potential as there is in the space, Microsoft has plenty of viable businesses outside of the world of AI, and it shouldn't dismiss other divisions while focusing on AI. The stock market is looking gray, and that's a bad thing. Older Americans own 80% of U.S. stocks, which puts the market at risk if the economy takes a dip, according to Rosenberg Research. Boomers aren't as likely to hold their positions through a downturn, which could spur a market sell off. We're still on track for the Fed cutting rates in March, according to this indicator. The Taylor rule, which central bankers have used for years, shows where interest rates should be based on inflation and unemployment data. Currently, it's indicating the Fed funds rate should be at 4.5%. A famed economist said you shouldn't confuse a booming stock market with a strong economy. Nobel economist Paul Krugman recently wrote about how consumers feel too optimistic about the economy due to the current stock market rally. In reality, few people have enough exposure to the market for a stock surge to equate to such confidence. In tech news, Tesla missed its profit forecast. The EV company reported fourth quarter earnings on Wednesday. It missed earnings and revenue targets for the last 3 months of the year, and shares fell as much as 4% after the closing bell. Where Microsoft Windows can teach us about long term projects, Apple won't give up on building an EV, even though it's taking longer than expected. Similar to Mark Zuckerberg spending massively on AI at the metaverse, it's about building the next big platforms. If you're not in the race, you're not really a player. Salesforce's CEO told workers that AI won't steal your job, it'll make you better at it. I call cap on that. Mark Benioff chatted with the Walmart CEO and president about the big question on everyone's minds: how will we use AI? I can tell you how you're going to use AI. You're not. AI is going to be using you. It's kicking you out of your job. At least 60% of all jobs, or should I say careers, job sectors, will be lost to AI slash robotics. When a machine can do your job as good as you, if not better than you, it's a no brainer that companies are going to fire people and hire machines. Of course, the upfront cost in the beginning could be quite staggering. So they would take a loss initially, but that will be evened out as the AI slash machines get to work. A machine can work longer and harder than a human being. It doesn't need to take smoke breaks or bathroom breaks or lunch breaks or vacation breaks or maternity leave breaks or family grieve breaks. It won't have a death in the family. It won't have any of those things. It won't get tired. It won't get to work late. It will always be on time because it will be indefinitely positioned at the workplace. So it will be working 24/7. It doesn't need to take holiday breaks either. It will keep going and going and going. You will need only a handful of people to maintain the machines. And even those people won't be employees of the company. They'll be private contractors working for outside companies that specialize in keeping those machines running. So, more than likely, the people that make the machines will have those technicians to come out for an additional cost and fee to maintain the machines because no one knows the machines like the people who are building them. So, that's how that will go. And there's nothing that you or I can do about it. It's already a done deal. Why do you think they blew up the Georgia Guidestones? Because it's no longer necessary. It means that it's time. The Guidestones were a map to the future. The future has now arrived, so no more needing of the Guidestones. So you get rid of them because now their plan is already in place. And once you turn that machine on, you can't turn it off. So, in case you were wondering about that, now you have your answer. No more need for the Guidestones because it's already in place right now. So at least 60% of all jobs and career paths will be gone in an instant, to the point where eventually every job that is done by a human will be replaced by AI slash machines. When I say AI going forward, I mean everything that entails it. The artificial intelligence software that runs the machines, whether they be robots, androids, robotoids, synthetics, whatever you want to call it. It's under the umbrella of AI. Okay, so AI is taking over now. It's gonna we're still probably a few decades away from every aspect of work being replaced by AI, but there's still some manual type jobs that the AI can't do yet. All right. But for those desk type jobs, those are gone. You don't need anyone to be a paper pusher anymore because the AI can handle that. All right. If you're an accountant, you'll be replaced by an AI easily. Lawyers will be replaced by AI. Paralegals will be replaced by AI. Judges eventually will be replaced by AI. Cashiers, customer service agents, you name it. Now, we're already starting to see this spread out. If you think about it, for the most part, AI has already taken over customer service. Have you ever tried calling customer service at any place for that matter? What do you get? You get a phone tree and an artificial intelligence talking to you, right? And they say, you can talk to me like you can a person. You don't just have to press 1 or press 3. No, just talk to me. Tell me, what can I help you with today? And it's extremely frustrating because the AI is an idiot. And it's a phone tree that you're stuck in, and the options that it gives you are the only options. You can't even get to an agent because it's going to block you. It acts as like a gatekeeper. It says, well, I need a little bit more information so I can direct you to the right type of an agent. Because now they got multiple agents. Supposedly there's an agent for just about everything, where it used to be one customer service agent. Now you have 20 for every little nook and cranny of what you're looking at, which is really weird, right? And in some cases, not even that. And then when you're on the phone tree talking to the AI, they constantly try to redirect you to using what? Their app. Use the app where you can chat with a live agent, but it's not a live agent. It's an AI agent. Have you ever tried to do the chat feature at a company for customer service? Frustrating, isn't it? Because you think you're talking to a person, but you're talking to an AI. And what does the AI do in the live chat? Refer you to its app or some other website that they call their their FAQ, frequently asked questions. We have 125 frequently asked questions. And if you go here to this phone tree, it will help you go to the website or go download the app and then go to the FAQ, and it'll pretty much most of the questions you have will be answered right there. But you're not calling because you have a question. You're calling because you have a problem. And it's going to need a human being who can process what it is you're saying, because the AI is still extremely limited and can't quite grasp what you're saying. And it's weird. It takes like 10 to 20 minutes to even get to a live agent. And in some cases, I've even been hung up on by the AI. It'll say, goodbye, thank you for calling, goodbye, and it'll hang up on you. Yeah, frustrating. So no matter what your employer is telling you, at some point in the near future, human beings will be jobless, because there's hardly anything that you can name to me that the AI can't do better when it comes to, the basic type jobs. Now, of course, we don't have AI to build skyscrapers yet. We don't have AI to do ditch work yet. We don't have AI to be electricians yet, to climb the telephone poles and all of that stuff. So we still have a lot of a long way to go. We still need people to pick up the trash. You still need trash people, but eventually that will be AI also. You know what I mean? So there's still sectors of the economy where an AI, is a long way away for replacing. So I'll say within 50 years, it'll more than likely be a reality. Maybe at least by 50 years from now, at least 90% of all jobs should be being done by AI, because it's cheaper and it's faster and you can do it mistake free. So I know it sounds crazy to even talk like this, but it is what it is. Moving on. Jon Stewart will return to host The Daily Show after a year-long search Comedy Central landed on Stewart as a replacement for Trevor Noah, but he'll only return in a limited capacity as host on Monday nights, and correspondents will handle the rest of the week's broadcasts. Remote workers are getting the boot once again. The days of fully remote working are under threat as companies like Wayfair continue to cut costs. Bank of America, for example, sent letters threatening disciplinary action to employees who aren't coming into the office. Self-checkout is alienating shoppers. The technology might be making customers less loyal to stores that use it, according to new research. Self-checkout has been facing a reckoning with some stores scaling back or eliminating kiosks altogether. Ejon Carroll may face a hefty tax bill if Donald Trump owes her money thanks to a law he signed while president. Here are all the potential candidates to be Trump's vice presidential nominee in 2024. You can Google that. Salesforce Communications Chief Brad Burns departs for Snowflake. China doesn't have the military power to successfully invade Taiwan, the majority of 52 U.S. experts said in a survey. All right, I got to stop you right there. Okay, folks, if no one else is going to say this, I'm going to just go out and say it. Okay? Have you noticed that every news piece that Western media does about China or about Russia or about Iran, it's trying to convince the American people of what they can't do or what they don't have the ability to do or what they don't have in their possession? Have you noticed that? Pay no attention to that, because you got to ask why is that being said? It's being said to calm the American people so that you will think in the back of your mind subconsciously that when World War III breaks out, you don't have anything to worry about. Nothing could be further from the truth. Why do you need to even say that? It doesn't make any sense. Who are you trying to convince? They wouldn't be saying we're about to go take Taiwan if they didn't have the wherewithal to do so. Did you think Putin was bluffing when he said he was going to invade Ukraine? Think about the pieces you saw, the news pieces, saying how Putin would never do it, or he knows better than to do that, or they don't have, the military capability to do that, or whatever the case may be. And then what happened? He invades. So take it with a grain of salt. All right. Don't ever, ever sleep on your adversary. That's a dangerous thing to do. eBay is laying off 1,000 employees, about 9% of its workforce. Wow. These 20 cities, including 9 with median home prices under $275,000, offer young home buyers the best chance of landing a property, according to Point 2. All right. Unfortunately, and it didn't necessarily used to be this way, but it is definitely this way now. You get what you pay for. One of the cheapest places to live in the U.S. is Mississippi and Louisiana. But you don't want to go there unless God called you there. You don't want to go there. All right? And if you don't know why, you must have been living under a rock or something. All right? Those 2 states in the union are 2 of the most devastated, if not the most devastated states in the union. All right? Economically depressed is an understatement. This buzzy $199 AI device, company CEO answers the question on everyone's mind. Why not just make it an app? Everything's an app that you have to subscribe to. The late Charlie Munger's final stock portfolio update is out, and it shows his iconic approach to investing. Yeah, we're starting to lose a lot of great ones, right? A lot of the elderly who made their mark on the world are starting to leave us. What's happening today? Former President Donald Trump is expected to take the witness stand. It's part of Ejon Carroll's second defamation trial against him. Nominations for the NAACP Image Awards will be announced. It honors people in film, television, theater, music, and literature. Earnings today: Intel, Visa, Southwest Airlines, Comcast, among others. All right, folks, that is our morning show today. Hopefully, you got something out of it and that you were entertained. And with that being said, remember the system works if you work this system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Smash that like button, subscribe, and share, and all that other good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.